Alright, this is still filling up, but it's getting pretty substantial. The filler project's not going to be that huge, so we'll probably have enough. We're going to make the biggest railcraft tank possible. This is all going to be full of lava. It's going to be awesome. But this, and I've positioned it here because we're going to be emptying these of their cobblestone, one or the other. So cobblestone is going to be coming from this way somewhere. So I figured, and our array of recyclers and mass fabricators should go about here because of that, or maybe over there would be a good spot. That'd be good. They can go there, and that could fill into, fill them up from there. And there's going to need to be a wall of geothermal generators that's making the power from them, that's drawing the power from this tank. So hopefully that's all worked out. And I also, since this is becoming our little thermal expansion machine area, I wanted to leave room for whatever we come up with that. So we skip a space here in the wall. So yeah, the biggest tank in Railcraft is 7 by 7 on the base, and it can go up to 8 high. So this is that with 3 blocks on each side, top, sides, and back, for space to go around it and access it and stuff like that. So that's what the filler is going to do, which is pretty big, but compared to what you've seen us do before, that's really not that big. So there's the filler. Boom. I can grab my landmarks so I don't lose them. And we're gonna, whoa, I can walk through walls, sort of. Okay, and then we're gonna need to fill this with 9 glass. So I'm gonna go get that. Alright, so this goes in there. Okay, now it knows what to do. It's clear. It's the fill eraser. And so that's ready to go as soon as it gets some power. So apparently and that's BuildCraft power. So that's what we're doing this. So apparently if you take this off with a wrench, it keeps its power. If you can take it off with a pickaxe, but if you do that, it's going to lose all of its power and just be the thing that we started with. So let me see. It's probably fine right now, but let's just let those engines. Well, you know what? Actually, we can test another thing. I learned that when these don't have any power to give anything to, they stop. So let's do that. Let's see. Shift right click does it. There we go. So we've got that. It's still got its power in it. That's excellent. And then, are these guys charging something? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Let's click it with something benign. That's full. That's full. That's full. And that's full. And they're not stopping yet. That's interesting. Oh, you know what? I think it's, you know why? Because it still couldn't do work. It's charging this. So, but we can configure them for redstone at this point. So we can make them want a, let's see, we can make them want a signal to go. Or this is, it is enabled, so actually when they get a signal now, they will stop. So let's do that. It's going to be just transposed. So when they get a signal, they stop. Excellent. Thank you, YouTubers, for teaching me all this. Alright. So now we have this, and this is the part that I've really been waiting for, is you can just now place this right next to here, and we've got it configured so it's not giving any power. Let's set it to the maximum. Woohoo! Holy moly! Awesome! That is fantastic. Yeah, that the filler has become a brand new tool now. Wow, let's see how many entities we have over there. Oh, it's not that bad. Only 872 blocks. Um, so anyway, that was a success. So yeah, I'm gonna clean all that up, and then we're gonna build an iron tank. Woohoo! Alright, so there is the space for the tank all cleared out. Remember, it's not going to be quite this big because there's 3 space on each of the sides, and it'll be flush with the wall up front. So, yeah, and I took out the dirt and gravel and ore and stuff and just put all smooth stone in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the tank stuff now, and then we'll start building that. So this whole thermal expansion little cove here, alcove, is subject to change, but for now I'm going to place the redstone energy cell back down here. But I'm going to do one thing different. I'm going to, right behind it, I'm going to place a wood conductive pipe. And then right here I'm going to place a gold one, and then put this gold one back. And so now when I place it, theoretically, it can transmit power back into this little grid. So it stores up power from these engines. We can get it filling all the way up again. I'm going to need to bring some more lava over here. Eventually, it will have an infinite supply piping to it. But it will also be able to give power to the rest of these. So it'll be kind of like an MFE in IndustrialCraft, where we won't have to have these running all the time. We can just store up in here, and then when we need to use the other machines, we can just have this transmit power. Right now I've got it set to 0, and it's filling up. It hardly used any power for that filler, so it just goes a long way. It's really good. And I bet this could even run a quarry. I don't know if it could do the whole quarry or not, you know, for the size we're doing it, but I mean, it could run a quarry. I wonder how, if this was all the way full, how much of our 64 by 64 quarry it could do. Anyway, yeah, so we've got that built in, a little power storage and transmission, so we don't have to run these all the time. I'm gonna go get some more lava. Okay, I'm back with the gear, and I've got the iron tank walls, the iron tank valves. Well, I need to make more of these. These are just left over from last time, and the gauge, the glass wall thing that tells you how much there is. And I can make as many of these as I need. There's no lack of iron. I've got the template set up in the rolling machine, but I didn't want to bother figuring out exactly how much I'd use. Just because of the multipliers and the making of these, in the crafting of these materials. I'm just going to go ahead and start doing it. So the thing, we gave room for 3 spaces on the side, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the maximum size. So the whole box frame is going to be built out of these, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there it is. So that took me 72 of these iron tank walls. And in case you didn't watch me build this before, they are made like this. And it's out of 4 iron plates, make 4 of this. And these are made with 9 ingots in the rolling machine. So not too hard, but it does use a lot of iron. But a lot of iron we've got. So now you can fill in any combination in these open areas with these iron tank valves and the iron tank gauges. The gauges are made like this. You got glass panes and the iron plates, and then the valves are, do we have one here? The tank valve? Maybe it doesn't have tank. There it is, iron tank valve, and that's made with iron bars and the lever. Now the thing to keep in mind with this, as I learned before, is you can put okay, the tank valves are the only way you can interface with the tank. Either put stuff into it or take it out. Anywhere you put it, within these inside of this frame, this has to be solid. But anywhere you put it elsewhere, you can input into the tank. But only in the bottom two layers can you output. So it's good to put as many as you think you're ever going to need along this bottom row and in there. So I'm going to put quite a lot, just because who knows in the future how much we're going to need to be drawing out of here. And I need to go make some more. So I'll do that. So I filled my crafting grid with it. Luckily, you get 4 for each of these combinations. I was thinking along the bottom on the walls, I want to put 15, 5 each in the sides and back. The front maybe I'll leave clear just for aesthetics. So that's that. And then I need at least that many again. We're going to make these again, but oh, let's just stop there for now. That's plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. And while I've got 35 experience, I'm going to try enchanting my third pair of diamond leggings. This is, I've tried it twice because I need a pair that's going to save my life, because I've always got my jetpack on, or at least most of the time. I took it off for jump stacking just now because it's easier. But and you can die without a chest plate on if a creeper explodes next to you. So what I want is blast protection 4. But so far I've only got fire protection twice. So it's going to be a minute before I have the quantum leggings. And I don't know if those will actually be any better than unenchanted diamond leggings. And these are from Nilo Rio, since he's got the quantum ones now. So let's just put it in there some random number of times. Like say that many. And oh, it's blocked with the torches. Okay. This is how we get enchantment level 1 without doing some fancy system here, which we could do next. Okay, let's do that again. A random number of times. And there. Okay, see what we get. Protection 3. That's not bad in this version, because protection 3 will protect you from anything right now. When we upgrade to 1.4.6, whenever the ultimate Feed the Beast comes, it's not going to do us much good against creepers anymore, because protection, the enchantments are going to be much more specific than they've been. Right now protection protects you against anything, so why would you want anything but that? But when I said I wanted blast protection, it was in anticipation of that update coming out. But anyway, for now that will protect us a lot better. We might not die from a creeper blast now, although what I really wanted, let's turn this on, was the blast protection for later. But hey, we're good for now. And the ultimate update seems to be taking forever to come out, so we are probably fine for a while. Alright, got a grid full of those. Let's do this on purpose. Boom. We'll probably need more than that. So let's take the glass panes with us, and we're going to take another stack of these with us. And then all together, that should be more than enough to get us through this. And we'll let that go ahead and keep making those, because there's going to be a second one of these massive tanks for the conversion of all this fuel over there. I'm looking past this into lava as well, because we're trying to get away from the combusting engines, but we will use our oil for power to make all that. Okay, so I think for looks, I want this first layer to all be glass. So I'm going to fill this side in all with glass. And then for maximum ability to output for whatever we may need, along these sides that are not as much in view, we're going to put just all these. And down in the bottom too, we're going to do this. This would actually allow us to connect it to a whole nother tank below, because they're stackable. And I don't know if I need to put any more down here. It seems kind of ridiculous. We've got 15, 16 going on. But just because I'm neurotic, let's do that. And then we're good. We've got 5 more connections under here. Or maybe we've got more. Alright. You think we're good? Yeah. Oh. Alright. We have maximum adaptability for drawing stuff out of here in the future. So then with this, we need to just fill this in with these. I need to make some more. It was like that. Let's see, how many more do I need? I think I need more than 4. Let's make 8. That can go over there. Okay, so there we go. And then let's build up our walls. I'm going to go ahead and do that without you and then come back. Got this far and ran out. I know I could do just a little math, but I didn't know how much space I would take up with the iron tank. So I'm going to make another batch of the gauges. Alright, that last batch was perfect. I ended up with just 1 left, so I'm going to put a valve here, and it's going to seal up, but I'm not done yet. So there it is. Heals the tank, completes it. But just because I was paranoid about future uses, and once this is full of lava, it's just never going to be empty. Let's make a few more spots here that we're going to put valves. Just for the heck of it, and just because I made so many, this will totally make us ready for any future needs with this. So let's go do that. And then, oh yeah, right here. And then before I seal this up, again, I'm definitely not going to leave these behind. And then let's put it right there, and there, and there, and there. Actually, the front we're going to leave totally unscarred, I believe. Let's put that back together. Give me that. Yep. But then these ones, we're going to put the valves. So there, and there. And there, where am I missing? Who's not? Oh yeah, there's my corner. I was going to seal myself up in it, but I won't. Oh, and I've missed somebody again. Okay, let's see. We do know it won't seal up if there's pieces inside. Okay. Can't go that way. There it is. Our giant iron lava tank with plenty of places to input and output, way more than we'll ever need. So now I'm going to derp around and I'm going to put together this lava quadrupler that I'm going to mess around with it myself for a little while until I get pretty close or there, and then I'll bring you back for the initial use of it, and I'll explain to you what I've done once I know what I'm going to do. I think the first prototype of it is ready to go. Now this is all subject to change, but I put in 1 here, and we'll probably need more of these assemblies than 1. I think we're going to go for 4. But what I did is we got the Magma crucible here, 5 magmatic engines. Now remember, these produce 4 each, so 5 times 4 is 20. These things can receive a maximum of 20 MJ, so that's maximum power. Put 2 chests on either side of it, and then I've configured it so that it's receiving from the sides and outputting from the bottom. And there's the bottom output. I put a little glass block there so you could see. So on these two sides, let's put the first starter bit of Netherrack. See if we can get it feeding from both sides. And then, you know, I was going to feed it from the lava below, but I realized we could just create an infinite loop here and just start it with some of that. So here's the first bits of it. We're going to put 5 buckets to start with, and we're going to see what that does. So these are the first and maybe the only time we're putting naturally generated lava into here. Now, is this going to input? And does it need to get a certain amount of power before it does? So that's there. I believe they draw from chests. Pretty sure. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it just needs to get up to a certain critical amount of power before it draws from the chest. We can always pipe into it if we have to. But this is just my first experiment to see if the chest will actually do this. And so far, it doesn't look like. It looks like I actually have to pump the items into it, which is fine. Just, you know, 2 less redstone engines is that much less lag. But what's going to happen is that that lava that it produces from the Netherrack is going to go behind and up, and it didn't have to go all the way up here, but I did it just for effect, because when you pour in input from the top of these iron tanks, you can see the stream pouring down. And so I thought it would be great just to see the lava pouring down into it for cinematic effect. I think I'm going to do 4 of these assemblies, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be the outside display one, and then we'll have 3 more on the inside walls, and then we'll have the lava pouring down from the 4 corners of this. So that's not working. Let me go ahead. Whoa, key stuck there, and sorry about the neighbor dog again. Eventually I have to do something about that. But let's just put a stack of Netherrack in here, and then we'll see what happens. Here it comes. So that's the first lava produced by this, and it's being taken, and it will eventually appear up there and go down. These don't need redstone engines to output. It just happens by itself, and then once this so, well, it's maximum power, so this should all keep happening pretty quickly. It just keeps taking it. This one, which I haven't turned on yet, is going to, oops, stop it. There you go. Is going to take lava from it and feed these magmatic engines from the back. There it goes. So that's going to keep those powered. But each bucket of lava that goes into these will change 4 netherracks into lava. So this should be quadrupling up. There we go. You saw it pouring down. It's taking it for now until it catches up. But that's going to keep these nice and full. That one will always get it first, but eventually that pipe will be full and they'll all get filled. Let's go ahead and top this off and just get it going. Alright, so got that set up. Let's put some netherrack in there. Let's see, I think some of it went into my digger's backpack. Yes, it did. Okay, so let's put a couple stacks in there, or whatever is left, and let's put that in there. And then okay, it's coming over. See if that goes in. It does. Now I actually see the first problem in this, in that, which is why I was wishing the chest thing would work, is that this is going to when this is full, those are going to back up and probably come out and despawn. So I'm going to put in a solution for that right now. Oh, and by the way, this pipe has filled. These are now all full of lava. And now we're actually starting to get some filling of the tank. It's coming in pretty quick too. I don't know how fast the geothermal generators are going to use it up over here, but this is doing pretty good, pretty well indeed. So yeah, that's what I was worried about. So let me turn that off and get some stone pipe, and I can fix that. There it is. And I have chests on both sides, not because I don't think that one could have kept it filled, although I'm not sure, well, especially once these are warmed up, but just so that we have two places to put storage of the Netherrack, because it's going to be a challenge to keep these full. Not really to harvest Netherrack, but just it's going to be a chore. Eventually that needs to be automated. You know, eventually we could have some quarry in the Nether that has an automated filling of storage minecarts that are coming out of the Nether portal and dropping their goods into hoppers or whatever over here, and automated filling of these. But we're not there yet. But I think this is going to be reasonable to achieve, and yeah, this is doing well. So it's working. And this is how it turned out. I'm pretty darn pleased. It's filling up so fast, and the lava comes down in these 4 different corners as the magma crucibles do their work. I've learned I only have to have one chest on at a time. The point of having 2 is just so we could fill them both up and then switch to the other when one is empty. But yeah, this first setup I emulated 4 more places with just the addition of a little redstone on the top, so I can do 1 lever instead of 5. But yeah, there's one there and one there and one there. Each of them is pulling lava as fuel from the tank, but giving it back in much greater proportions. Well, it gives back 4 times what it takes for a net gain of 3 buckets for each bucket used. So it's very good. This is almost half full now. The main challenge is just keeping it stocked with netherrack. I'm chewing through it pretty quickly. It doesn't go too fast, but it does go. So, and I've just been going to the nether and doing a little bit of tunneling, and I've been setting the turtle on tunneling and stuff, but I think I'm going to have to take the energy cell we made and send it to the nether with the filler.